Good morning. So I decided I would do a week in my life as a semi-retired person. So basically we're just going to be following me along this week. I have a couple work days and then the rest of the days I have to myself. I have a few things that I have going on, which we'll get into as the vlog goes on. But right now, I need to leave. I have to go to Pilates, but more importantly, before that, I have to go to Trader Joe's because it's right next to the Pilates. Because immediately after Pilates, I have to go to the chiropractor. So I'll take you guys along for that, and then we'll chat at some point.
That people who come from wealthy backgrounds have little motivation to excel in the workplace.
Okay, so pulled up to Pilates. I did not make it to, somebody just pulled up and parked weird beside me. But yes, did not make it to Trader Joe's because there was an accident, so the traffic was backed up. So I think I'm gonna do that after inspection. So new to you guys, I put an offer on a house, it got accepted, and I'm on a contract. So as I said, we're doing the inspection later today, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll show you guys bits and pieces of the property. We'll see. So yes, that's what's happening. I'm super sleepy. I forgot my coffee at home because I was doing too many things at once. So here we are. We got a few minutes for Pilates, but I'll see you guys in a few. So back again, finally have some time to chat with you guys. I did the inspection, went to Trader Joe's. So we'll talk about the house now. So I didn't get any video of the interior of the house because it's being occupied. So all their stuff was in there. And let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff in there. Not hoarder status, but just wall-to-wall furniture and all this stuff. So I didn't want to show any of their personal belongings. I did have a clip of the exterior portion of the house, at least the landscape. So the main feature of this house that I like the most is that it has a water feature. So it has a pond in the front, which is lovely because, as you guys may or may not know, I love outdoorsy areas, and it's on a 1.5 acre lot. So a nice amount of outdoor space, and has a lot of windows, so you're able to look out into nature. And then it has a bunch of doors that also lead out to the outside. So it's basically mid-century-esque. I wouldn't say mid-century modern. Perhaps at one time it did have the features of a mid-century modern home, but over the years I think people have changed it to make it in my opinion, tacky, dated decor that doesn't age well. I feel mid-century modern ages pretty well. It still looks good to this current day. You just might have to change a few things to make it more functional, appliances and stuff. But yeah, so they made some changes there, which I don't enjoy, but I am hoping to renovate it to restore some of the mid-century modern-esque features. So there's that. So let's see, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. Basically one of the baths is now just a half bath because they removed the full bath feature for some reason, so that needs to be fixed. Anything else interesting? It's a rent, so just 1 story. Ideally, my dream house would be early 19th century / Victorian old house. I love those houses and I love those features the most. However, I have yet to find one that has a water feature, so this is what we have. So I'm excited about, getting things going. Basically, I'm excited to get the people that are living there out of there, everything cleared out so I can get a fresh feel for things and get my renovation plans in order. So that's what's happening with the house. So paid for an appraisal today, and I don't know when that's gonna happen. They'll let me know. Already put in the earnest money, got a quote for insurance, and I think, and then of course all the preliminary loan stuff. So I think I'm gonna do a video about that. I don't know if that there are many videos that really highlight the process very well, or you can't find them on YouTube because YouTube likes to bury things and only show certain things. So anyway, I will make a video about the whole loan process, how much the house costs, how much I put it down, blah, blah, blah. Like once everything is done. So that took up, you know, like, I don't know, like a quarter of the day. So I am in the process right now of making dinner. It's like 5 p.m. and I'd like to have dinner or no. So I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to get my food ready for tomorrow. Actually, I need to look to see what my day is going to look like tomorrow. If it's going to be like a long day or a short day. That determines like how much food I bring. So I'm going to look at that. And normally I am in bed by around 9, latest 10 p.m. because I have to wake up at 5 a.m. because I live around 40 minutes to an hour from work, so it takes a while to get there, of course. And then parking is an issue. So yeah, I have a early day and possibly a late day. We'll see. I may be able to get some footage at work. I don't know. A lot of it is basically, hold on a second, I gotta turn this over and off, but a lot of it is identifying type of things. And as I mentioned, I don't talk about what I do for work from a security seems a bit harsh, but yeah, from a security perspective, I talk a lot about money on here, and I don't necessarily want what I do for work or anything that might further identify me more than I'm already identifying myself to be out there. So we'll keep it pretty basic in terms of that. But this whole vlog is just to show you like how my week is structured. Now that I do not have to work as much, and it's very good. I was talking to the agent today, and he was asking me about like my work schedule, because his daughter is his daughter is unsure of what she wants to do, and but ideally she would like to work like 2 days a week. So he was asking me about what I do for work, etc. So it is ideal at this point. However, I mentioned in a few weeks I'm going to be going back to full time to fund this housing/renovation process. Then hopefully once that is in hand, I can go back to working part time. But we'll see how everything goes. I am going to eat my dinner right now, and then I'll see if I come back later today or if I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it's 7 p.m. I'm gonna start getting ready for bed / winding down. Thus this heating pack because my shoulders were feeling tense from like all the house rigmarole. So there's that. But I wanted to show you guys what I'm gonna carry for lunch tomorrow. I normally wake up at 5 a.m. I'm out the door by 5:30. And then I usually don't get home until around 8 p.m. So I just, I'm like probably not going to do much recording in the morning. So let me just show you guys what I will be bringing with me tomorrow in the morning. So of course I always bring coffee to go. And then I have about 3 meals since I'm going to be gone that long. So I'll show you guys that now. All right. So for breakfast, I normally make some granola. So that's in there. It has a bunch of extra things as well as blueberry, chia seeds, flax seeds, what else? Hemp seeds, and then almond slices. And then I usually just have that with oat milk, which is here. I usually have some sort of snack pack. So this is from Aldi, and then some yogurt from Trader Joe's, and normally I have some fruit, but I didn't buy any because I didn't get to Aldi in time. Then I usually have one prepared meal. This is from Trader Joe's. This is the Thai green curry, which is vegan and actually not bad. And then I usually have some sort of dessert, usually for around the dinner time. And for dinner, I am preparing / heating up this. It's called country potatoes from Trader Joe's. So I normally eat this. And then I have some sea bass going in the oven that should be finished in apparently 21 minutes. So that's usually what I bring for work. And yeah, that's basically it. So I'm just gonna finish getting that prepared, shower, and then basically wind down. So I usually have about 2 hours of winding down. So yes, that's the plans for today, and then I will try to check in tomorrow.
Once you're in a high-income bracket, say $100,000 or $200,000 or more, it matters less how much more you make than what you do with what you already have. Working for the taxman. Assume for a few moments that you are Mr. Bob Stern, a scholar who works for the IRS.
Okay guys, all done with work. I think it's around 6:30, so I managed to get everything done earlier than anticipated. So that is nice. Work was chaotic, as it is a good percent of the time. Started out nice and then went down a hill about mid-morning. So there's that. So basically I'm just glad to be done. And I am off for the next 2 days. So love that for me. It's gonna be sad when I have to work full time and then have to go to work back to back, which is like not a vibe. So there's that. But basically I'm gonna go home and wind down. I ate dinner at work. I try to usually eat dinner early, like around 5 p.m. So that already happened. So nothing else to do besides wind down for the night. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning. So it doesn't look like morning because it's pitch black, but it's 10 a.m. in the morning. I have been up since 5. Had a very slow start. I did not want to get out of bed. Drank some coffee. Still felt tired, but I managed to get some stuff done. So I finished on my taxes, so those are filed. And then I was like looking over mortgage paperwork and finances. I'm trying to decide what I want to do right now. I have a 30-year mortgage, but I'm wondering if I should switch to a 15-year mortgage because I looked at the interest rate that is paid for a 30-year mortgage and it's like basically doubles the payment. So you could have twice the house effectively if you did not pay on that 30-year mortgage. So I'm deciding about that. And right now I am walking on the treadmill. So I had breakfast and I'm still feeling tired. So I figured I would get my walking now versus in the afternoon. See if that gives me some adrenaline or something. I don't know. But today is gonna be relatively chill. Things that I have to do don't require me to leave the house, thankfully. I need to work on some trip planning. As I mentioned, I'm going to Vienna this month actually. And then I'm going to Spain in May. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. That's friend's trip. So me and my one friend and possibly another acquaintance of ours are going to Spain in May. So I need to do those 2 things and something else that I can't recall. But yeah, I need to do all of that today, and yeah, that's gonna be it. So I'm gonna do this walk and then I will start working on some things. Okay guys, so checking in. I don't even know what all happened. I have been working on things the last several hours, just stuff on the computer. I was chatting to my work friend and she was talking about some new work policies which I wasn't aware of and that affected like me. So I was like dealing with that. Actually, I sent an email. So I'm trying to see if anyone got back to me in that regard. And then what else? Working on the mortgage. They were like asking for more documentation. Like they were asking, well, initially they wanted to know like where the down payment was coming from. So I provided that account. Then, not the down payment. Yeah, the down payment, yeah. Then now they're asking where the earnest money came from. And I'm like, that was not initially on the first application. So now I have to like go through all these accounts because I have a ton of accounts and I move money between them like all the time. So I had to send them that documentation. And then I can't remember what else I've done because it's all been like, oh yeah, I started planning for the Spain trip. So I mapped out, I made a calendar, I put the days in, and figured out like moving from place to place, train versus ferry, whatever the times. And then I send that to my friend. So I'm waiting to hear back about what her opinions are of that. And yeah, so that's what has been happening so far. And then my fiance. No, it's my fiance, so that's new. Yes, me and my previous boyfriend, no fiance, plan to get married. I look terrible in this shot, but you know, that's okay. I'm like literally have not taken care of my like self this entire day. In fact, I need to do that actually. I'm gonna do some yoga in a few. But yeah, so we're getting married, and he contacted me about getting a contractor for the house. Looks like he already has one that he said was highly recommended by his business partner. So we're trying to figure that out. So now I have to go in and like find exactly what I want to put in these places. So that's like a whole thing, which takes for, you know, all these things take forever. It's like shopping. It takes me forever to do these things. So I need to do that, and then I was going to like film a video, but I don't think I'm going to film a video today. Like, I just do not have time. This is the video, and this is what I'm filming today. And yeah, so you know, I'm gonna get back to, oh, it's already 2 p.m. So there's 2:19 p.m. So I'm like all over the place, but that is it for now, and I'll catch you guys in a few.
And then place your palms into namaste. And exhale, twist. Look out over the right shoulder. Exhale, face forward, switch sides. Right forearm crosses, left hand behind you.
Okay guys, back for a little bit. It is 5 p.m. So I finished yoga, took a shower, waxed, and now we're here. So I am going to just do more work on the computer for the rest of the day. And I'm in the process of making some dinner right now. And that's basically it. So very exciting times here. Tomorrow, only thing I have on the schedule tomorrow is to go to the chiropractor, but hopefully the weather is better so I can get outside and see the world a little bit. Because today, like, I had very low energy and just did not really want to do anything, even though I did get things done, but it was just not pleasant. It was like so, like, the camera makes everything look light now, but it's like so dark and overcast and it was raining all day. So yeah, this is it for day 3 of the week in my life, and we have 2 more days. Tomorrow I'm free, thankfully, and then Friday we head back to work, so we'll see how that goes. And of course I'll let you guys know. So I'm gonna wrap it up for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. So today is looking much better. The sun is out. I'm excited about that. I was able to get out of bed at a reasonable time today. I had coffee. I was not hungry, so now I'm gonna make breakfast. It's like 9:43, so that's late for me, but I did get some stuff done. I started working on the transferring my information from my like transactions into the budget that I normally show you guys, and read the news. I'm sure you guys probably heard by now about the whole tariff debacle. So like the stock markets are in a deep dive, so that's not great. So I read about that, and then also some yoga, and then I went to the chiropractor just now. So I'm going there for my back issues that have, I would say, waxed and waned over the years. Definitely like I'd say 80% better from like the first time that I got injured, but the fact that it's like still there is kind of annoying. So thus the chiropractor. I also got some medications that are supposed to help with like the nerve being activated. I think that's basically what's happening. Like the nerve is getting impinged and it sends like these signals / pain throughout like that part of my body. So on the left side of my leg is where I'm having the issue. So anyway, those are basically the last resorts to see if I can get it better where like it's not as bothersome. But I don't know that the chiropractor is like helping per se. I think next week is my last week. After that I'm gonna stop because I don't think that it necessarily helps anything. So you know, there's that. Plans for today. I am free. I think I'm gonna eat breakfast that I'm making right now, head to the park and have a walk, you know, be outside for a little bit. which will be nice since I have not done that. And the rest of the day is going to be admin stuff. I need to look into trains, ferries, and lodging for my trip with my friends in May. I need to get that sorted. And I have a list of other things that I need to look into, and then I'm gonna see if I can film the budgeting video today so that you guys have something to watch. I don't know when this video is gonna go up versus that and everything else that I have to do, so there's that. But yeah, this is gonna be a getting some stuff done kind of day, and then tomorrow we're back to work as I mentioned. So let's do this, and then I will see you guys in a few. Okay, so back home, I spent the last 2 hours. I'm trying to do this while I talk to you guys. Yeah, so I spent the last 2 hours planning for the Spain trip and then running into like hurdles at like every step, which is of course very frustrating. So there were like issues with the train. They didn't have availability for the days we were going because they released the train tickets late. And we were gonna take a ferry to the island, and then the ferry times aren't doing what we want them to do. So that was like a whole thing. So it was very frustrating and like a total waste of time, I suppose. So now somehow it's 2:23. I think I got home about midday or so. So yeah, that makes sense. Spend 2 hours wasting my time on that. So I'm going to work out and then eat some food, and then we'll see what else we do after that. Good morning. It's the last day of the week. Yeah. So I just arrived to work. It is 6:08 a.m. I had a hard time getting out of bed today. So yeah, but I made it out by 5:30, so that's good. Where did I leave off, guys? I think I was working out last time I left. After that, I just caught back up on the news. So yesterday was the aftermath of the tariffs. So everything was falling apart financially, that is. Like the markets were down. S&P 500 was down, I think like 5%. And then, you know, individual stocks or companies reliant on products made outside of the US, lots of them were dropping even more than that. So yeah, it was very chaotic. I didn't even look at my stocks because it's like whatever. What's the point? So that happened, and then I just basically, you know, wound down, watched The Wheel of Time, and then went to bed. I went to bed later than I should have, though, because I was watching that. So I went to bed at like 10:30, which made it hard for me to get up at 5 a.m. So yeah, I am going to check back in on the news and do my whole, you know, wind down before work routine, and I'll catch up with you guys probably around the end of the day. Hello guys, so I totally forgot to hit record on the drive home, but now I am basically almost home. To stop by the gas station on the way home. It is 7:30, so the work was okay today. It wasn't fun. It started off once again kind of chaotic, then calmed down for a little while, then went back to being chaotic. So it's not been fun. I'm absolutely exhausted, and I'm glad to be done. So this is gonna be it for a week in my life, semi-retirement version. I would say this is a typical week most of the time. In the summer I do more than I do like now in the spring winter situation, but yeah, this is a very typical. Hopefully you guys enjoyed spending some time with me. I always enjoy filming, not editing so much, but hopefully we can get this edited. So I will see you soon.